Hey everyone. So, lots of big news to share about the investigations into Trump and his allies. So, first, the Trump organization, as you guys may have heard, they were found guilty on 17 counts, including fraud, in the Manhattan DA's tax fraud trial against the company. The organization faces a fine of up to only 1.6 million, which is a drop in the bucket to them. But this conviction could cause a lot of chaos for Trump if his lenders decide to enforce a fraud provision that's contained in most loan agreements. So if Trump lenders decide that they are going to enforce that, that would mean that the loans are due and payable immediately. So Trump would have to pay off those loans in full, whether he dips into money he's been getting from Saudi Arabia or refinancing the loans. And that's easier said than done for Trump because he's already been blacklisted by most major lenders in the US and around the world because he just doesn't pay. He won't pay his debts. And so now that he has this stink of loser all over him, plus his criminal exposure continues to grow, Trump is a greater and greater liability by the day. Add to that a declining real estate market. You know, how many of these loans are tied to real estate? Very few lenders are going to be willing to take that risk. And even if Trump can refinance these debts, he's going to be paying much higher interest rates than when he originated those loans because the interest rates, as we all know, have been going up so much. So, poor thing. And speaking of increased criminal exposure, the Manhattan DA said in an interview that this trial was just one in a chapter. That's a direct quote in the Trump investigations. And he's brought on a new prosecutor to allegedly work on additional Trump investigations. As for the Justice Department investigations into Trump and his allies, the newly appointed special counsel, Jack Smith, he issued grand jury subpoenas to officials in Wisconsin, Arizona, and Michigan. However, these aren't subpoenas to appear. These are document demands. So he's demanding that they relinquish communications with Trump, his campaign, his aides, his attorneys, allies, a bunch of different people and groups. The subpoenas are almost definitely about Trump's fake elector scheme to try to overturn the election. In regard to the classified documents investigation, it was just revealed that Trump's legal team hired a third party to conduct a search of his New Jersey golf club, Trump Tower in New York, and then, according to an inside source, 1 to 2 other locations. They did this because Chief U.S. District Judge Beryl Howell ordered Trump's attorneys to keep searching for relevant material. They've also been asked to provide a new written attestation that Trump has fully complied with the grand jury subpoena in May. Well, now the DOJ is asking the judge to hold Trump's legal team in contempt because so far they've refused to do that. They've refused to appoint someone to sign that document. No one wants to get caught holding the hot potato like Christina Bobb did, apparently. And now we know why. Because according to initial reports on Wednesday, December 7th, Trump's team allegedly said that this outside group that searched at his properties found nothing of interest. Later the same day, it was then revealed that 2 additional classified documents were found in a storage unit in West Palm Beach, Florida. So journalists are saying, you know, we're getting this information from Trump sources, we're putting out news reports, and they're obviously giving us false information. One source even told journalist Maggie Haberman that Trump didn't even have that storage facility anymore. So here's how the storage facility came to be. This was apparently secured by the General Services Administration in July of 2021. That's the government agency that assists in moving in and moving out presidents. They say that the unit was used to store, quote, items that had been held at an office in Northern Virginia used by Trump staffers in the months just after he left office. So why would Trump staffers, number one, have access to classified documents? But why would they also be allowed to remove classified documents from secured facilities, from the White House, and take them to an unsecured location in an off-site facility? an offsite office that anyone could possibly just walk into. And this is after they've all left government. And it was also revealed that Trump's Save America PAC is paying the attorney's fees for witnesses in this classified documents investigation. Apparently, millions of dollars in legal and related fees have been paid by Trump's PAC to law firms representing Trump advisor Kash Patel, Trump social media manager Dan Scavino, Trump valet Walt Nauta, and at least one other Trump aide. Patel, as you guys all know, he's the guy who said Trump could declassify documents telepathically. And then Nauta is the guy who was allegedly ordered by Trump to move the classified documents after the Justice Department issued their subpoena for the records. All of these people, by the way, have testified before the grand jury. And unfortunately, this isn't illegal. Believe it or not, this is not illegal. But is there a single person on earth stupid enough to believe that this isn't a conflict of interest? Seriously? Or that this couldn't sway their testimony? Unreal. Anyway, as for the January 6th Select Committee, they have apparently made the decision to issue criminal referrals for some of the people they investigated. No word yet as to who that might be or how many. Their report is due out. I think they said December 21st is their target date. In regard to the upcoming $250 million New York Attorney General lawsuit against Trump and his children, that one's for tax and insurance fraud. Ivanka Trump was successful in her attempt to skirt the financial babysitter. You guys might recall the Attorney General discovered that the Trump family continued to crime even after their indictment, and they appeared to be trying to move their assets to avoid accountability. So the judge assigned a financial monitor to oversee their financial transactions up until the trial next year. Ivanka asked to be excluded because she stopped working for the company after she went to take over a job in the White House that she was fully unqualified to perform. And the Attorney General and the judge agreed because Ivanka's personal finances aren't related to the lawsuit. Last but not least, former Trump National Security Advisor Michael Flynn appeared before the grand jury investigating Trump's attempt to overturn the election results in that state. According to reporters on site, Flynn was inside the courthouse, this was just today, for approximately 1 hour before he exited. And when he did, he was surrounded by his attorneys and what was described as, quote, heavy security, including police officers who carried automatic rifles. Don't know why. I really hope that this guy is one who's referred for prosecution. He needs to be behind bars. Anyway, guys, I will let you know when I hear more. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, subscribe. Please donate. It's greatly appreciated. Love you all. Take care. I'll talk with you soon.